Wrestlers are required to perform at a high level, and they often get injured in the process. However, not even injuries could stop some wrestlers from finishing the match. I'm Emily May, and here are 5 WWE Superstars who fought through serious injury. Number 5, John Cena. John Cena is one of the toughest wrestlers to ever step foot inside the WWE ring. He once finished a match against Seth Rollins with a broken nose. On the July 27, 2015 episode of Monday Night Raw, Cena defended his United States Championship against Rollins. And during the match, the Architect delivered a knee to Cena's face, which broke his nose. It was a gruesome image of a 16-time world champion who was probably in immense pain due to his nose being dislocated. But despite the injury, Cena, in Herculean fashion, finished the match and even made Rollins tap out. After the match, Mr. Hustle, loyalty, and respect received a medical treatment. Cena's decision to wrestle with a broken nose shows his dedication to professional wrestling. There is a reason why he was WWE's poster boy for so long. Number 4, Sting. A few months after that incident, Seth Rollins was involved in a match against Sting at Night of Champions 2015, where he defended his WWE World Heavyweight Championship against the Icon. During the match, Rollins delivered a buckle bomb to the legend, which resulted in Sting hitting his head on the turnbuckle, and it looked brutal. After the move, Sting appeared to be disoriented and dazed. He still continued to wrestle, but soon it became apparent that Sting was not well. Rollins eventually won the match and retained his title. Following the match, Sting was escorted to the back, and it was reported that the former WCW star had suffered a serious neck injury. Many fans expressed concern for Sting's health and well-being as he was forced to take a hiatus from wrestling to recover. Unfortunately, this was his last match in WWE, and in 2016, he was inducted into the Hall of Fame. Number 3, Finn Balor. Around this time, Seth Rollins was accused of being an unsafe worker as many wrestlers got injured while wrestling him. One such name is Finn Balor, who faced Rollins at SummerSlam 2016 for the Universal Championship. Unfortunately, the former NXT champion suffered a shoulder injury when Rollins threw him once again using the buckle bomb, this time against the barricade. Balor claimed on ENC's Pod of Awesomeness podcast in 2019 that he knew his shoulder was dislocated instantly, but he managed to wrestle, winning the match and becoming the first ever Universal Champion. After the match, Balor learned that he had suffered a possible labrum tear, and just one day after winning the title, Balor relinquished his newly won Universal Championship on the August 22, 2016 episode of Raw. The Judgment Day member was forced to take time off from wrestling to recover. He finally returned the night after WrestleMania 33, but hasn't won the Universal Championship yet. Number 2, Sami Zayn. On the May 4, 2015 episode of Raw, Sami Zayn made his main roster debut against John Cena. However, during his entrance, Zayn popped his shoulder out, trying to engage with the audience. Despite this, he ended up wrestling for over 10 minutes against Cena and gave a great performance. Although he lost the match, Sami earned Cena's respect and received a standing ovation from the audience. Later, it was revealed that Zayn had suffered a torn rotator cuff in his shoulder. But just a couple of weeks after that, he wrestled Kevin Owens for the NXT Championship and the NXT TakeOver Unstoppable on May 20, 2015, before undergoing surgery to repair his shoulder. Well, that was bold, for sure. Speaking about the injury on the New Day's Feel the Power podcast in 2020, Sami said,
"Because it happened so fast, I think there was almost some denial that did something just happen, or was that did it just pop?"
Number 1, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Stone Cold Steve Austin is probably the biggest star in wrestling, but his career almost ended way before he became a household name. At SummerSlam 1997, Austin faced Owen Hart for the Intercontinental Championship, but during the match, he suffered a significant injury. Hart executed a pile driver on the Texas Rattlesnake, but Austin's head was not properly positioned, and he suffered temporary paralysis and a bruised spinal cord. Austin continued to wrestle, but he was unable to do the scripted Stone Cold Stunner spot, and instead used a roll-up to win the match. It was clear that Austin was hurt, and as it took several referees to support him so he could lift the IC Championship and pose as the winner. He did recover from the injury and capture the WWE Championship at WrestleMania 14, but his in-ring career was running on borrowed time after that messed up pile driver. Austin retired after losing to The Rock at WrestleMania 19, but as we know, he returned to open a can of whoop-ass on Kevin Owens at WrestleMania 38. Toughest SOB on the planet indeed. And that's our list for the day. For more content, please subscribe to our channel, Sportskeeda Wrestling.